guests and ghouls, and welcome to Quest Friends Hereafter, an audio cartoon using the role-playing game Under the Neighborhood. I'm Kyle, he, him, and today I, my 3 best friends, and some dice are going to tell you a story about the Hereafter's strongest crepe.
Hello, I am Ari, she, her, and I play Aurelio Enrique Hueso Kanaka, the opportunist who, I have to look it up, who creates copies and adapts? No, is that not correct?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah. Creates copies and adapts. Technically, it's the other order, but you've been creating copies a lot more, so I feel like that's fair.
Yeah.
Creates copies has just become the golden child, just pushing adapts back into the corner.
Yeah. Okay. I nailed it.
I'm Emily, they, them, and I play Irene Hawthorne, the Necromon trainer who overextends. And her pronouns are she, her.
Hi, I'm and I will be playing.
Is it my turn? Hi, I'm Hallie, she, her, and I play Sparky Malarkey, the intuition who investigates and has 2 mascot suits. Also she, her.
Did you really take a second mascot suit?
I'm determined to have 2 mascot suits that I never use instead of choosing anything that's useful.
But you only had one that you never used.
I know, and now I have 2, so I can choose which one to ignore. It's both of them.
Yeah, so we'll get into this later. We did some upgrades since last session, which again we'll get into later, was a little harrowing, a little scary. Don't really want to talk about it right now. And you know who also doesn't want to talk about it? Earl Hawthorne. And it's making Irene's life a living nightmare. So today's slice of life complication is going to be for Irene specifically. What is something that Earl or Aubrey is doing to, from Irene's perspective, ruin her life?
So out of the session, I was like, oh man, an over-worried parent that wants to keep his child close to protect them from danger. And everybody thought I was making a Finding Nemo reference, which when I meant was a fucking Goofy movie reference. I was dying because you got the wrong movie. It was a Goofy movie.
Listen, I've only seen a Goofy movie once and it was all right.
No, it's so good. Take that back.
It is. It's an excellent film. And Ari, for the record, I knew what you were talking about.
Thank you, Hallie.
You're welcome.
He wants to take Irene and the family on a road fishing trip, but specifically for this one, he wants to take them first to the shitty park that's like a discount Chuck E. Cheese.
He wants to take her to Chuck Beaver's Emporium of Fun and Pizza.
Yes.
One of my dads already took me there.
Because he would have no idea she went there.
Yes.
And Earl seems like the kind of guy who would hang out at the Ragtime District.
Yes. So that is my complication.
Okay. So you know how, like, sometimes at the dinner table, we do this at Thanksgiving. You go around and you're like,
oh no,
here's one thing I'm thankful for. Here's one thing good that happened today. Here's one bad thing that happened today. They do that every night at family dinner now. Irene has to like keep a journal so that she has at least one bad thing and one good thing that happened that day so that they can keep tabs on her emotional well-being.
All right. And what about you, Emily?
Earl bought... Actually, no. Aubrey knows even less about Necromon than Earl does.
Yeah.
Earl explained to Aubrey what Necromon were and then sent her to the store to buy some kind of game that was Necromon related. So Aubrey found an off-brand Necromon-style trading card game that they keep trying to play with her. And they only have like 1 pack of those cards. And so you have like 3 options for what you can do.
You playing this game has the same energy of like in Yu-Gi-Oh! When they're actually playing Yu-Gi-Oh! On the desks rather than in the monster arenas.
In the classroom.
Okay.
I think the one that has the most potential for ruining our day is the road trip one, because Earl will be like, I packed the fishing rods. Let's go. And Irene will be like, no, I have to go do crimes.
I also, I mean, I don't know. I like a goofy movie, and this seems like just us doing a goofy movie, but Irene is Max, and it makes me happy, you know?
I so badly don't want to figure out what I need to do logistically to make this happen, but I want it as well.
All right. That it is. Earl is taking you on a trip, which is not surprising because he hasn't really felt comfortable in his house since your 13th birthday party.
Oh.
So last time we saw all three of you, Juniper remembered her gift for Irene's 13th birthday party. Kike and Sparky, your gifts flew off the back of your car.
Yeah,
Correct.
not my fault.
So you got there and you had a pretty tough time. Irene, upon seeing Juniper, immediately fled into her room alone, while the two of you created a key clone in order to retrieve your gifts. Kalimbo,
Correct.
the sexy detective.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
It was all fun and games. Juniper got you to do karaoke to, like, pick up Irene's spirits until Elliot showed up.
dun dun dun.
Gross.
And, like, Elliot's annoying, but he's not actually scary. But Overseer Indrid Cold was there, and unfortunately, he is both annoying and scary. Indrid said he was interested in pursuing Stella Hawthorne for illegally haunting the house, but then that wasn't actually true. Stella just peeled it off in Elliot's Edison car, just booked it.
Good for Stella.
So Indrid Cold, furious, decided that he was going to go after Juniper. Juniper was chased by a series of horrifying shadow mothmen with green eyes before eventually you all defeated most of them, and then the final one was defeated by one of the key clones on accident.
Urbano.
And then at the end of that, it ended with Irene opening her birthday gifts from the two of you, and then being greeted at the 11th hour by a very disheveled, very sad Oset Scuba who had caught a brand new Mon, which was just one of the Mothmen. And that is where we left you. But at the very end, Sparky invited the two of you to infiltrate Die Hop, because there is a secret room, as Sparky knows, in Die Hop. Sparky and Kike both know that there is this room. Irene knows jack and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody tells me anything.
We're telling you now.
A little late.
Loaded dice, and I want to pick the 3 as the failure and the 4 as success.
Okay.
No, actually, no, because I did that last time. 3 as failure, 2 as success.
Okay. 3 is failure, 2 is success.
And then what shall be the loaded die?
All right. Half my stats are good and half are bad today. I've got a +2 in Heart and Fierce, and a -1 in Books, and a -2 in Slick.
So you are going to infiltrate Die Hop, and you are not feeling slick. You are just going in with moxie and bravery.
I'm going with Moxie, Bravery, and a mascot suit that looks like a crepe.
All right, Ari, what was your loaded die?
Loaded die was 14.
Ooh, 14.
I rolled a maleta.
Christ.
Why is Kike feeling so prepared?
Yeah.
I don't know. He just wants the adventure.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah.
I mean, quiet times really suck, don't they?
Yeah.
Quiet times are just so hard, and that's when the thoughts get in. The thoughts of, it doesn't matter.
Yes.
So you gotta get distracted. And, you know, Sparky's been really helpful at that. But the day that you're gonna go infiltrate, you check your mailbox,
Mm-hmm.
and you get
Oh, God.
an explosion of confetti on your face.
Ah!
And on the inside, you see an invitation to the, not premiere, but the celebration party for the brand new hip musical Swanshine, with an exclamation point, hosted by the tag team duo of Sochi. And then in much smaller text, Ari.
No! No! No!
You have the option to X card that.
I don't know. I mean, I just feel like it could get confusing if that nickname is used a lot. I don't know how to feel about this. Like, you can keep the audio, but I don't know if you can keep the nickname. I don't know. I like the idea. It just might get too confusing.
Well, we'll just say it's just Sochi. Ariel isn't even included on it.
Okay.
No! I X card the X card.
We'll play it by ear. Ari just knows that if I say her name in a sing-song way, I'm not speaking to her.
No, but that would be just so weird. I don't like that.
Is that not the point of Sochi?
Is that not the point? Is that-
In either case,
I think Kike, he has like an agenda of things, and he will just write a little music note on his agenda on that date, and then he's going to just immediately call Sparky and ask her when the operation for the IHOP begins.
That's so cute.
Sparky, you're very thankful for this because it gives you an excuse to hang up the phone on Alina. Because, ever since you graduated high school, Alina just has constantly kept in touch, always wanted to go on mysteries with you. She has just always been there to go on shenanigans with you, and it's a lot right now.
It's a lot. It's kind of like, it's like what I thought that I wanted, but like actually maybe that isn't what I wanted all along.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all.
Well, I mean, it can't... Like, it's kind of weird. I mean, that's just how it's been since high school.
No, that's how it's been.
Yeah.
But it's like, that's how it's been.
Irene, I'm assuming you spent a lot of this time hiding in your bedroom.
Yes, I've been doing some secret strength training.
Using the gift your big brother got you?
She took them into her room when nobody was looking, and she practices with them every day.
What did you do with the other gifts? The tree from Juniper, the summoning coin from Indrid Cold, and then the gifts from Sparky and Kike.
Well, I have a skill in gardening, so obviously I'm taking very good care of that tree.
Yeah.
The summoning coin is locked in a small box that's locked in a bigger box that's stuffed in the back of her closet.
I like to believe that the Mon all recoil from it. Like, in a horror movie, how they'll supernaturally be recoiled by, like, Satan or whatever. It gives off the vibe of, like, Boidle Rat can't hiss, but she tries.
Yeah.
The Mossy is shockingly can. It is a very wet hiss.
Yeah.
Oh,
So... That's what the Mossy's hissing sounds like.
Sounds like a little kazoo.
Malaya does the angsty anime thing of just like closing his fists. Like, you know what I mean? Like
And how about you, Pokio?
Pokio looks at it with disdain. Certainly not fear. Just crossed little arms and big huffy disdain. And they never go within a foot of it. But not because they're afraid, because they're disgusted. Not afraid of it at all. And its vibes.
of course not.
No.
Ah.
The gifts from Sparky and Kike obviously are displayed as points of pride.
Aww.
How quickly did you solve Sparky's puzzle?
So quickly. It was really boring, but it made her happy.
Wow.
I feel like she painstakingly Mod Podged the back of the puzzle so that it'll stay together.
Aw.
She framed it and everything. But if Sparky or Kike were ever to enter her room, or Juniper, she would hide it. Anyone who knew what the gifts were, she would take that picture down from the wall and hide it.
So cute.
Because obviously she doesn't care about it.
Yeah, not at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Kike's gift?
She carries it around.
Yay!
She has also been learning how to meditate.
Ooh.
She's had a lot of feelings, and that's unacceptable.
Yeah, feelings are bad.
Meditating just midway through a duel. Just Irene's thinking pretty deeply about this next one. Oh, Brie.
It's the only way she does not yell at her family.
I choose to believe it's been 2 days, but it feels like 10 years.
She's really good at meditating now. It's a super skill.
I love that. Sparky, what time is everyone going to meet at Die Hop?
We're meeting at Die Hop at...
It is busiest at 2 a.m.
It is busiest at 2 a.m. Let's go with 4 a.m.
So right around the time everyone is left?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's getting pretty late the night before, Irene. In order to successfully get on into the airport, you're going to have to head out pretty soon. But Earl also wants to leave pretty soon because he wants to get to Chuck Beaver's bright and early, which I'll say opens at 1 a.m.
For some reason.
That somehow sounds right.
Yeah, it opens at
That Chuck E. Cheese
1 a.m.
opens at 1 a.m.
This abandoned Chuck E. Cheese opens at 1 a.m.
I love it. I love it so much.
So he and Aubrey are moving around a lot outside, and you know the second you go out, they are going to be on you. You feel like a prisoner in your own house. But tell me a bit about what Irene's plans are and what she wants. Just tell me Irene's mental state. Boidlerat is happy. She's happy to go wherever. She was the only mon who didn't get to go to Chuck Beavers. Mossies were kidnapped and taken to Chuck Beavers, so they are significantly less excited to go.
She has already tried to use that as an excuse. Mossies do not want to go. They had a bad experience.
Well, that's all right. They can stay here or stay in the car.
You can't just leave a living thing in the car or a dead thing. Don't leave anyone in the car.
Well, all right. I mean, well, I guess Aubrey, there's a really nice, botanical garden, lots of dead plants in there. So, maybe Aubrey can go on a little walk with them. Yes, I would find that quite stimulating. And I would like to spend time with, your companions, Aubrey says, a little confused. He has been especially concerned by the Mossies. He does not know if they are one creature or three creatures, and it really upsets her.
They're two creatures, actually.
One of them's a parasitic twin.
Oh, God.
Anyways, none of these excuses are working, and right now they think you are packing in your room.
Yeah. Irene is trying to figure out how to quietly climb out of her window without having them call the police immediately.
I'm not even going to have you roll for this. Not right now. You have tried so many times that they have put up so many different defenses. And I'm going to say after your latest attempt, Irene, you just stumble back and fall onto your back. And we can see your shadow just appearing and disappearing as, we'll say there's a dingy light in the top center of the room and a ceiling fan beneath it. But it's poorly built, so the ceiling fan, just covers the light half the time. So it's just, darkness, then you and the light casting a massive shadow, then darkness. Darkness, shadow, darkness, shadow, darkness,
so
shadow.
Good for migraines.
Darkness, shadow, darkness, shadow. It feels like your own shadow is getting bigger, looming over your room. But it's a metaphor. At least that's what you tell yourself until your shadow talks. Quite a predicament, isn't it, Miss Hawthorne?
Irene squeaks and flails. What are you doing in my room?
Well, that's not quite the way to welcome a guest, is it?
I did not invite you in. You are not a guest. You are an intruder.
Yes, suppose this is why you were the second choice.
So fucking rude.
In either case, it's quite rude to say that to your own shadow, wouldn't you think?
My shadow doesn't talk.
Not until now. Your shadow is gone, but there is a different one tethered to you. Tethered to you is this being. She is built like Genie from Aladdin if you took Genie's head and shrunk it down so that the top was by his shoulders.
Nice.
Your shadow goes out, and when it hits the wall, kind of like a triangle goes up. There are two long arms that have giant wing-like divots at the bottom and then tiny little hands at the end, which are we're gonna say are doing the clearly evil ooh, which is impressive considering this is a shadow that is in 2 dimensions on the wall. The top of the shadow's head, which is again buried into her neck has 3 different spikes of hair at the top that float, almost like if you had taken feathers and just put my hair into the shapes of 3 feathers blowing in the wind. And she's got 2 piercing green eyes and then a wide gap in the shadow where a smile is.
Yes, this is not my shadow.
Well, it's not your shadow as you knew it, but such limited thinking, wouldn't you agree, Irene, darling? Limited boxing in just like this tiny little space.
And as she says that, like a mime, she starts getting boxed in by like this invisible box around her.
Irene doesn't like that. She's more angry because she agrees.
I knew you would agree.
I didn't say anything.
Well, I can see it though, right on your cute little face.
And she pinches her own cheek and it comically like waggles up and down.
Oh, you feel trapped, stuck, your own father turned against you. Oh, the humanity. Oh, feeling. Oh, I know better than anyone else you could ask.
What do you want? Why are you in my shadow?
Well, now, that's the question we were looking for. Think of me as a friend, a pal, not even that. Think of me as a concept, an idea, a force that just so happened to land in your lap, and, well, you happen to be the only one to handle it. Think of me as if. Such a lovely word, if. It bears so many possibilities. If you take door A, you can go on some fishing trip wherever and continue this stagnant existence that might as well be death. And if you take window B, escape and go on your little quest and break your poor, dear father's heart. But, well, if you took a third option, well, that's me, dear Irene. If, the bearer of possibility.
My sibling Stella made me watch this movie once. It's about a little mermaid. And she makes a deal with someone who says all her dreams will come true. Of course, that is not the case. And when I watched that movie, I said, ha ha ha, what a silly child. Because who would make a deal like that?
Certainly not an adult. If presented with a choice like that, an adult would think it over, come to the rational choice, and, not depend on the charity of others. No. But if by chance, an adult just happened to stumble upon a solution in their shadow, well, it would be quite immature to reject it due to did you say it was a children's movie?
Yes. Stella thought all the leads were hot.
Well, I can't think of an adult that would watch, much less follow the virtues of that.
This seems like a trap.
A trap? No, it's a deal, a bargain. I will lay everything bare, and I will even let you choose an aspect of the deal.
Explain further.
Well, it's quite simple. A small deal, a minor deal. I, temporarily for a brief period, take your place on this trip. I go, I do my absolute best. I'll be a good daughter. A role that I know all too well. And you go off and go on your little adventure. And all I need from you in exchange is, well, the ability to do so.
You keep pausing and I have to say explain again, but you could just say the whole thing and stop pausing for dramatic effect.
I suppose, yes, your other half would understand the importance of drama here, but you yourself, Irene, wouldn't. I'll put it plainly. I have the power to change.
She's going to rip open a wing like the inside of a jacket, and you're going to see hanging against your wall a bunch of wooden masks, some of which look vaguely familiar. You see a wooden mask of a face that looks like Rasputin. amongst the crowd.
All I have to do is plop on a mask?
The mask flips up and it rolls down her shoulder, pops on her face, and then emerging out of your wall is Rasputin as she says, "And it is a perfect copy." The mask flips back off and it goes back into the pile as if returns to the wall.
But I need an agreement to make a mask before I am able to do so.
What do you get out of this?
I get to spend some time in Irene Hawthorne's shoes.
Literally no one wants to do that. You are going to have to give me a better explanation.
I'm afraid that just won't do. But if you want that to be part of your deal, I'm more than happy to.
The shadow says, extending a hand to you.
You are going to tell me all about why me.
And Irene will hold out her hand. For all her posturing, she would definitely get roped into something like this.
Just like, would you also sell your soul to avoid going to the 1 a.m. Chuck E. Cheese? Many would make that choice.
Instead of all, I'll give you one, and no more questions after that.
I don't like that deal.
I'll give you knowledge that the world itself wouldn't let you have.
That'll get her. Irene will shake that hand.
She's gonna be the smartest person in the world after this.
As she reaches your hand, she starts,
Well, I am a shadow of my words, so the answer to your question of why you, Irene? Well, it's quite simple indeed. I chose you.
and as she says this, the shadow for the first time appears directly in front of you, fully three-dimensional.
Is because Hilda is no longer here.
Hello, and welcome to the announcement break. It's me, Tom, and I regret to say that this is the end. Sort of. I am stepping away from Quest Friends for a while. Probably forever, but who knows what will happen in the future. Technically, I've been stepped away for a while now, but it takes so long for things to get from recording to out here on the podcast that you've been listening to past me for a while now. That's weird to think of. There's no drama behind this. It's just that life has gotten busy and different for me lately. I got married, have a house, got cats and a dog, and I want to focus on other things in my life right now. And I think that's a good thing. It doesn't have to be sad. Quest Friends will still exist. They'll still keep going. And you may still hear me in one thing or another every now and then. And I don't know what the future will hold after Quest Friends is done, what my friends will do after this. So, we'll see. But I'm happy with where I am, and I'm proud of the work I did on Quest Friends. But this does mean you'll be hearing a lot less of me in the future. Anyway, I've put this off far too long. I'm going now. Farewell.
You are watching from the corner as a bunch of men in crop top polos, socks, sandals, and khaki shorts are slowly ambling out of Die Hop. The giant inflatable fuzzy ram with a cowboy horn shaking as if waving goodbye to them.
I am watching this. We are all watching this. Who is here?
All three of you are.
Okay.
It is 4 a.m. Everyone is slowly leaving Die Hop.
Sparky's gonna be like, finally. I'd like to specify that Sparky has been there for hours. Kike and Irene don't have to have been there, but Sparky is in full stakeout mode. She's got like Cheez-Its and soda and binoculars. I will use an AP to have binoculars for the rest of this session.
I will let you have binoculars. Like, that's pretty simple.
Woohoo!
I think Kike did join Sparky because he couldn't sleep anyway. So it's like, he probably like is reading or something instead of staking.
He's not like an active participant in the stakeout. He's just there.
Yeah.
He wants to be by Sparky, but he doesn't want to admit that he wants to be by Sparky.
Yeah, so it's like,
What is he reading?
Another novel from Lay Detect Stuff, of course.
What was the novel about? Yeah, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep asking questions.
It's a novel about this detective that is staking out this seedy establishment at 4 a.m.
I love how on the nose Kike is. It's like, going on an adventure? Gotta read a lay book about it.
Yeah, and I want my skill to be like sneaking around spy style because I am rereading because he has reread these books a lot of time.
I'll say at one point a Jake even is about to round the corner and catch Sparky, and because you're skilled, Kike, you just without thinking, like you extend your leg, which like goes out and just pulls her back around the corner as you're still reading the book, not even looking up.
Also, I want to say, like, extend the leg quite literally, as in, like, taking the leg off and bringing Sparky in, still reading the book.
Irene has another one of the Lay novels that she has borrowed from Kike.
Yes!
But one of her braids has come undone, and she is so close to falling asleep on this book. She has no idea what's going on in it at this point because it's past her bedtime.
Can I, like, have a little pillow or something that I can put on there, Irene, if she seems too sleepy?
Yeah.
She will stick probably Malaya on it.
Oh!
Because she doesn't want to sleep, and we all know Malaya gets very cranky if it doesn't get enough sleep.
It's true.
I would like to give Irene a dead bull. Not like a bull that's dead, like a Red Bull, but I humorously changed the name to Dead Bull.
Dead Bull!
Sparky's had 3.
All right, do you drink the Red Bull, Irene? Sorry, do you drink the Dead Bull?
Yeah.
Yeah!
Let me see if there's a roll for this.
She chokes on it a little bit.
Roll me keep your cool, Irene, to see if you, a 13-year-old, can handle Dead Bull.
She's a teenager. She can handle anything.
Usually I like to do really well, but I feel like I should roll with disadvantage just to be authentic. Ooh, 6. It could be worse.
6?
You got 6.
I mean, that's a failure, isn't it?
Yeah, so you get an AP.
Yes.
Just imagine how a tired 13-year-old hopped up on Red Bull would act. That is now you for the immediate future.
You're welcome.
We have created another slice of life complication.
Irene is now, like, rocking back and forth a little bit. She's still not reading because she can't focus on the book now. And she's, like, fiddling with her hands.
So when are we going?
Yeah, it feels good, doesn't it? Soon. See, all the Jakes are leaving.
Getting a little kid hooked on caffeine.
What do you do with this caffeinated death trap?
Oh man, Kike has been so like engrossed in his book, he didn't realize what Sparky was giving Irene until it was a little too late. And she was like, when saying like Sparky, what did you get the kid? Where did you even get this?
Dead Bull? Like every vending machine in the valley. What are you talking? What do you mean? Where do you get Dead Bull?
Yeah, but like you can give kids this.
What? It says for ages 12 and up on the bottle.
Does it?
Yeah. See?
I feel like they should change that to later. Like, I don't know. Is this healthy in general? Like, these things are not...
I mean, gives you energy. That means it's healthy.
Is it healthy, Sparky?
I just... Yeah.
I can see so clearly.
See?
Irene's pupils are slightly enlarged as she stares into the darkness.
That's the vitamin A. There's 300% in it.
Irene turns over. She swears she can see, like, a girl her age with, like, a book.
No! I don't know.
Just standing there,
What the fuck?
telling Irene, I think this is a bad idea.
Kike, do you want to try one? I mean, you don't really like drink or eat, but you can. Do you want to try one?
I mean, I don't know if it will affect me at all.
I want to see. I really want to see.
He's gonna like stare at it. And then he's just gonna be like, you know what? Like,
yeah. Sparky's egging him
I'll
on.
just
You're gonna roll
this.
also with disadvantage. It's just inherent in Dead Bull.
The heist hasn't started yet.
Like the only person who can tolerate it is Sparky.
Okay. So I'm gonna roll with disadvantage to see if it.
Yeah, keep your cool, which is slick.
Okay. I rolled a 12. It's a dirty 12, but I rolled a 12.
But you got a 12. Holy shit.
You are the opposite, Kike. It is affecting you just as badly as Irene. Like, your body, your soul, because your soul and body are the same, is like, you are suffering permanent damage.
Oh, what?
However, unlike Irene, you've spent a good while now practicing repressing your anxious emotions, and so you are now focused. You are laser focused on the quest at hand, and I will give you you know what? Fuck it. I will give you a permanent +1 ongoing the rest of this adventure.
Holy shit.
Oh, man. Okay.
Sparky looks between Kike, zonked out of his mind, and Irene, whose pupils are like owl-sized, and is like, yeah, look at this team. We're gonna do great things tonight.
Yeah, I think Kike, he probably still thinks that it doesn't affect him, even though he's like, cannot focus on anything else. Like, see, Sparky, I told you this wouldn't affect me. Now, anyways, what have you found out during your exploring here? I mean, I've mostly been reading, but you must have been. And he's just gonna just like keep going. Like, you must have found something on this.
Irene is not registering any of this. She's slowly reaching out to nothing.
Yeah, and I'm gonna play back, Sparky, how you heard Kike say that.
Okay.
See, Sparky, I told you this wouldn't affect me. Now, anyways, what have you found out during your exploring here? I mean, I've mostly been reading, but you must have found something on this.
Because Kike's just talking at twice speed the rest of this adventure, and he doesn't realize it.
Yes. It's just like all shaking, like the rattling bones. Just like.
It's making the rattling bone sound effect. She can hear like probably 75 to 80% of what Kike's saying. Like, that's how much she's getting. She's just nodding. It's like, yeah, all right. So here's what I found out. Okay, you gotta listen. You gotta stop talking so that I can talk, so that I can give you the information that you,
I am quiet. I am
you are
quiet
asking
as
for.
the
Because you know how,
grave,
you know what?
because-
I'm just gonna go and you're gonna see how much you soak up. So listen, can I roll just like a general stakeout kind of a thing?
Yeah, roll me understand.
I'd like to use my ability shoot first, ask questions later. Choose touch the other side or understand. Use plus fierce for this basic move instead of plus books. So I'm going to get a +3 instead of a -1.
Okay.
I'm using a move.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. I got a dirty 12.
Hey! All right.
Oh.
Ask me one simple question and I will answer it.
I'll answer your questions.
How many employees are in DIHOP right now?
I am French. Ho ho ho. What a beautiful day. Ho ho ho. I am going away. Philippa Galate sings as he leaves DIHOP. It's empty.
Yes! Perfect. Okay. She's got like tally marks of like all the people who went in and out, and she's been like painstakingly tracking the number of people, and she's gonna slap the notebook shut and go, well, that makes the last one who left. There are no customers.
Hey, Sparky,
and no
Sparky, I think everybody has left the establishment.
Yes.
According to the tally marks
Good job,
I have
Kike.
seen in your notebook,
That's
it seems
correct.
like
That's-
everybody
yes.
has left.
What
the
is
establishment.
that
Yes,
customer
you're so
over there?
good. The who?
Irene points to nothing.
The what? Oh, Irene, there's nothing over there. No, this is okay. Okay. So now just because there's no one in there doesn't mean we can just walk in, okay? We're gonna have to like
We need to come
try
up
to
with a
keep
plan.
on the
We cannot
low.
just
Yeah, we
go
gotta-
in without a plan unannounced. What is the plan?
the plan.
I will give you an opportunity to snag Irene's sleeve as she starts to walk over.
Oh, I fully am. My hand was on her shoulder. I was about to specify that she's like guiding both Kike and Irene toward the door. So just like, listen, now there aren't any like cameras around here or anything. So if we just don't make loud noises, if we just walk like normal people, we should be fine.
Am I walking like a normal person? Irene says, not walking like a normal person.
Sparky is using her hand on Irene's shoulder to try to make Irene walk like a normal person, and is like, yeah, you're doing great, sweetie. You're doing great. Okay, Kike, how you doing? How you doing?
Well, I think, yeah, for the mission we have to be really, really quiet. So I am attempting
so
to be really, really quiet.
a little
The most
bit.
quiet that I have been,
not there.
Sparky.
Okay, yeah, that's good. Okay, if we're at the door, is it locked because people have left, or is it still open?
No, it's just open.
Woohoo! Okay,
You walk forward, and as you do, the ram in front of this dingy thing, this giant ram that's
I
like...
forgot about the ram.
Yeah, it's like a Wooloo inflatable waggling arm thing. It is like waving its arms. It's hit by the wind, and its arm moves as if it's like beckoning you in.
Look at that. It's a sign. Signs like that, having you go into dark and dangerous and abandoned places, they always work out.
And as you walk in, for a second, the ram's wobbling stops.
It occurs to Sparky that Irene specifically needs context about why they are here doing this. So you know how the overseers came in and they were talking to Jake and it was all like really weird and below ground? Yeah, I want to find out what that was about, and I think we'll find out if we break into the back room that Jake keeps locked at all times.
That makes sense, Irene says, like she would never do on any other day.
Thank you. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, you are in the dining area of Die Hop. It is quiet. The griddle is off. You don't see much light except for the permanently affixed, you know those like green reading lights they have at libraries?
Yeah.
So you have those, but they're hanging from the ceiling above each booth, giving like very minimal kind of ambient light.
Beautiful.
These are, grimy booths like you would have in an IHOP, but the partition between them is little library shelves filled with books that people are able to take and leave as they please. Next to the griddle is a bathroom. Behind that is some storage. You can see the private booth that you like hanging out in.
Nice.
It's surrounded on all sides by bookshelves. There is a door leading to the microfilm room. It has the same energy as an employee room.
Yeah.
Nobody goes in there, even though it's public. And then on the far side to your right, you see the door. Innocuous. Understated. This one does say employees only, but it looks like a very, very mundane employees only door.
And this is the one on the map that has fire and a question mark, right?
Yes.
Okay, I want to go there, and my new skill that I took when I finished my advancements was lockpicking. So if it's locked, I'd like to just use that skill right away, please.
Wow, Sparky Malarkey, this does not seem very exciting.
Roll take action.
You think lockpicking isn't exciting?
No, the door.
Oh, the door. Yeah, well, that's to distract you.
Kid, the most inconspicuous door is always the one that leaves the greatest mystery, according to the late detective stuff novels 1-5 of volume 2 of series 4.
But the door to the laundry room is the most inconspicuous in my whole house, and all it holds is laundry.
Well, dirty clothes hold dirty secrets. Have you ever thought about that?
What a fucking Kike phrase.
What a Kike phrase.
Dirty clothes hold dirty secrets.
What a Kike thing to say.
Irene slowly, gingerly grabs a hold of her own sleeve and stares at it and appears to fall into the pattern of the fabric's weave.
This is a good heist. Okay, Kyle, you said take action, right? Which is fierce.
Uh-huh.
And then if I'm using my lockpicking skill, I forget, does that give me advantage where I have 3 dice, or does it just give me a plus?
It gives you advantage, and I will let you get advantage, even if this isn't quite for lockpicking.
I don't like the way you said that. Okay, so I got another dirty 12.
Oh, nice.
Sparky's on it tonight.
Yeah.
You are able to feel it in, I'm assuming you're using like a paperclip or something.
Oh, I've got a full kit, baby.
Okay, you can feel it at the end of your kit and are able to not only let go in time, but actually pull out the kit in time, like the thing you were jimmying in, as an ethereal flame emerges from the door handle and covers the entirety of the door. And if you look at your little lockpick, you can see the end is actually that kind of golden that it is if if a metal gets really hot.
Oh, tricky, Jake.
Jake isn't here.
See, that was exciting. That door was exciting. I know, but I think he booby-trapped the door. Do you see? The door caught on fire, Irene. That was very exciting.
Okay, yes.
Kike, you're the observant one here.
Mm.
And so you notice, and it looks kind of slow to you, but to everyone else, it's near instantaneous. You see the fire doesn't stop at the door.
Mm.
It continues
Oh boy.
around the entire walls before getting to the door that you entered in,
Oh no.
which slams
Oh no.
shut and starts burning with the same fire as the door that Sparky tried to open.
You know what, Sparky? I think we should have checked for traps before lockpicking, which honestly it's a thing that I should have done. But then, I was too excited by seeing what was behind this mysterious door for me to think that there would be a trap that would now hold us inside this establishment, as the door we came in is now burning. So we have no choice but to go forward.
Oh, that is a complication, and we will burn that bridge when we cross it later.
If that bridge doesn't burn us before, because there's a fire in the door.
So is the fire magically contained to the door, or is the whole establishment catching on fire?
No, it is magically contained.
Okay.
Everything is magically contained, but you do notice that at the door frame, there's a little flame at the top that is blinking, almost like an alarm.
Oh no.
And it is specifically one blinks on the left side of the door, and then two start blinking.
On the same side, or?
Yeah, it's like a progress bar moving up.
Oh.
I don't like that.
And you now realize that you only have about a session's worth of time to escape the room.
Except that's not her full sentence, but I forgot that while I was saying it.
Yeah, so you're doing that now? You're doing the second descriptor now?
Yeah.
I didn't want to do it now, but you were looking at me like that, and so I thought maybe I was supposed to say it.
No, you all always panic. I'm just waiting for the next person.
Okay, well, never mind. I didn't say anything.
We'll retcon that out. Not that we would ever retcon anything out.
No, of course not.
That would be silly.
We're not one of those shows.
That would be, yeah.
That'd be strange.
That would be strange.
Like an entire person.
Who would retcon out like an entire friend or something?
The fact that you could have said character, but friend makes it so much worse. It sounds like we've taken Tom out back and we've done like the movie Looper. We've loopered Tom.
When you said, and my three best friends, I was like, wow, Tom got kicked out because it wasn't three of my best friends. It was just my three best friends. It was really funny.
Yeah, he's no longer.
It'd be so weird if I said, hi, I'm Kyle, and I'm playing with three of my four best friends.
No, I know. It was the right call for the introduction. It was just funny.
So I chose one thing on my advancement, but not the other. I was too lazy to access the rule book, so I was trying to figure it out as we were.
The only person who finished all of their advancements was Hallie, and she decided on a second mascot suit that she probably also isn't going to use.
All hail Shadow!
The thought of Shadow the Hedgehog just materializing in your room because you're mad you can't sneak out.
Glad this killed Hallie.
It's killing me.
That is why I asked about time. If you had chosen 2 a.m., it would have been packed, but now no one is in there.
But now 4 a.m., so Sparky has her little...
Oh boy, 4 a.m.
Oh
No boy, 4 a.m.
Patrick with a crepe. Yeah. All right, Patrick Starr is in there, but he will pay you no attention.
Star is in there.
But you are in the main dining area of Die Hop. It is quiet all through the house. Nothing made a sound. Not even
the mouse.
the Necro Mouse.
Mouse.
Fuck you.
Because, Sparky doesn't have one anymore.
Wow.
Is little cutie there?
No, little cute. Fuck you.